They say the truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered. These mysterious events baffled investigators, scientists, and even the skeptics. Her name was Elisa Lam. Her story became a viral sensation, a true mystery that even today raises more questions than answers. In 2013, the body of a 21-year-old Canadian student was discovered in one of the most bizarre and haunting cases in modern history. In January 2013, she decided to take a solo trip to California. One such location is the small town of Amityville, New York, and in this town lies a house that has become synonymous with horror. It's not just any house. It's the scene of one of America's most brutal and mysterious crimes. But on January 31st, the calls stopped. Elisa vanished without a trace. While Ronald claimed to have acted alone, investigators noticed inconsistencies in his story, particularly regarding the disposal of the murder weapon. According to Ronald, he had hidden the gun in a wooded area behind the house. Ronald DeFeo had served in the United States Marine Corps and had access to classified information related to nuclear weapons. This detail raised concerns about the potential security implications of the crime and prompted authorities to dig deeper into Ronald's background and motives. Both brothers had access to firearms and had been involved in criminal activities. But ultimately, it was Peter who bore the brunt of the evidence. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying tales. Your support helps keep these stories alive. Thanks for watching. His alleged confession, although never formally recorded, carried significant weight. Additionally, Peter's criminal record, including a previous conviction for burglary, made him a more likely suspect than Ronald. In the end, Peter DeFeo was charged with the murders of his family members. Despite maintaining his innocence, he was convicted based on the available evidence and sentenced to 6 consecutive prison terms. The case left the community of Amityville shaken, and the true motives behind the brutal crime remain a mystery to this day. The tight-knit community struggled to comprehend why someone would target their own family in such a horrific manner. To this day, the case continues to generate speculation and theories, keeping the memory of the DeFeo family murders alive in the public consciousness. Could there be a connection between the murders and Ronald's military experience? What secrets was he hiding? But when police searched the area, they found no trace of the weapon. This discrepancy raised suspicions about Ronald's account of the crime. Was he hiding something? He confessed to the crime, providing a chilling account of the events that unfolded that fateful night. According to these reports, Peter had admitted his involvement in the killings to his girlfriend and others. However, the full extent of Peter's alleged confession remained unclear. Was he the mastermind behind the murders? Did he pull the trigger? Or was he somehow connected to his brother's actions? The details surrounding Peter's alleged confession were murky, and without concrete evidence, law enforcement officials were unable to determine his level of involvement in the case. Each victim had been shot at close range with a .38 caliber revolver, and every shot was fatal. The weapon used in the crime was never recovered, and forensic analysis revealed that it was likely wiped clean of fingerprints. However, as evidence mounted against him, cracks began to appear in his story. Witnesses came forward claiming to have heard gunshots on the night of the murders, contradicting Ronald's account of the events. Moreover, forensic analysis revealed inconsistencies in the crime scene, suggesting that the killer may have staged certain aspects of the murder to mislead investigators. Was Ronald trying to cover up his tracks? This suggested that the killer had taken extreme measures to avoid detection. Additionally, the absence of any signs of forced entry or struggle raised questions about the relationship between the killer and the victims. It seemed unlikely that a stranger could have entered the house unnoticed and murdered everyone inside without waking anyone up. Could it be possible that the killer was someone the family knew and trusted? According to Ronald, he had returned home after a night out and found his father, mother, and 4 siblings asleep in their beds. In a moment of anger and desperation, he retrieved his father's hunting rifle and methodically shot each family member, killing them instantly. He then spent several hours playing video games before leaving the house and disposing of the murder weapon. Law enforcement officials were skeptical of Ronald's story, suspecting that he had acted alone. However, the evidence pointed to a different conclusion. Ballistic analysis revealed that all 6 shots were fired from the same gun, but the weapon was nowhere to be found. Moreover, the lack of forced entry or signs of struggle suggested that the killer must have been known to the family. As the investigation deepened, inconsistencies in Ronald's narrative emerged, casting doubt on his claims of acting alone. Was there more to the story than met the eye? The police began their investigation and searched the hotel, including her room, but found nothing suspicious. Flyers were posted across the city, and her disappearance puzzled everyone. But it wasn't until the LAPD released one disturbing piece of footage that the case exploded into worldwide attention. The video showed Elisa inside a hotel elevator, acting strangely. She presses multiple buttons, peeks out nervously, moves her hands in odd gestures, as if talking to someone. Or something invisible? Was she being followed? Was she hallucinating? Or was there something more sinister going on? Millions watched the video. Online forums lit up with theories: paranormal forces, a stalker, a psychotic break, a hotel employee cover-up. Every frame of that elevator video was analyzed for clues, but none gave a clear answer. Then, nearly 3 weeks later, hotel guests began to complain about low water pressure, about strange tasting, discolored water. Hotel staff went to inspect the rooftop water tanks, and inside one of them, floating lifeless, was Elisa Lam. Music cuts to near silence. The tank was sealed. Access was restricted. How did she get in there? Alone? Naked? Without anyone noticing? The autopsy report ruled the death an accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder listed as a contributing factor. But many still believe that answer doesn't explain everything. How did she get onto the roof, which was locked and alarmed? Why are there no surveillance clips showing her exit the elevator? Why did her behavior in the video seem so unnatural? Theories still swirl. Was Elisa the victim of foul play? Did she suffer a mental breakdown? Was there something more, something not of this world involved? To this day, Elisa Lam's story remains a chilling mystery. A young woman searching for peace, lost in a place known for darkness and the only witnesses. A broken elevator, a silent rooftop, and the questions that still echo in the minds of millions. Do you think the truth will ever be revealed? Or is this one story meant to remain unsolved? Her posts on social media showed a bright, introspective young woman searching for meaning, adventure, and healing. As she traveled, she wrote about connecting with nature, finding inspiration, and discovering herself. On January 28th, Elisa checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, a hotel with a dark history of suicides, murders, and rumored hauntings. But Elisa didn't know that. Or did she? Elisa was a student at the University of British Columbia. For the first few days, everything seemed normal. She called her parents daily and explored the city. If you've ever driven down a quiet country road, you've probably wondered about the places tucked away from the bustling city lights. On November 13th, 1974, 5 members of the DeFeo family were shot to death in their home, and the prime suspect, their older brother, Ronald DeFeo. As the investigation progressed, detectives discovered disturbing details about the crime scene. During the investigation, attention turned to Peter DeFeo, Ronald's younger brother. As the investigation continued, rumors began to circulate about a supposed confession from Peter DeFeo. In the midst of the investigation, another shocking revelation came to light. Throughout the investigation, Ronald DeFeo maintained that he had acted alone, killing his entire family in a fit of rage. As the investigation neared its conclusion, the focus narrowed to two suspects, Ronald and Peter DeFeo. What do you think really happened that night in Amityville? Let me know in the comments.